Hello, my wonderful kids, and welcome back to day 2 of week 7, TEAC 7.9C. This is where we are calculating for composite figures. Thus, we are calculating area. So today, let's go ahead and start off with our daily quote. So today's quote is, "There is a difference between not knowing and not knowing yet." So this essentially ties into the fact that for many of you, this may be a very stressful experience, and we understand that as your teachers. It's stressful for a lot of us, so it takes a lot of getting used to, guys, but just know that the time and effort that you're putting into each class is getting you that much closer to becoming essentially a high school student and eventually ending up in college. So remember that our number one goal here at IDEA Public Schools is to have 100% matriculation to and through college. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to question number 1. So our question number 1, or 4 in this case, is going to be, what is the area of the figure shown below? Notice that I can divide my shape into two shapes. So I can have a triangle and I can have a square or rectangle. Seeing that it is a 15 by 15, then it is essentially a square. So my two shapes, I'm going to need our area of a square, which is base times height, and area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2, because remember that every single triangle is half of a rectangle, right? So base times height divided by 2 for our triangle. All right, so step number 2 is we're going to decide if we need to add or subtract them. Since this is a composite figure and it's two figures that comprise into one, we are going to essentially add them together. So let's go ahead and find out the area of each shape and add them together. So the first one, we have a base and a height of 15 for our square, so that gives us a 15 by 15, giving us a total of 225 feet squared. And then we have our triangle that is essentially it is going to be a 12 by 15. Keep in mind, the reason that it's 12 is our base is the 15 minus the 3 feet that are on the side, so it is a 12, and the total height for the whole shape is 30. Well, 15 of that is the square, so it is a 12 by 15. So we take our 12 by 15 and we have to take half of that, so half of 180 is going to give us 90 feet squared. Now that we have our two areas, now we add our shapes together. So area of our square, which is 225, plus area of our triangle, which is 90, and we're going to get a total of 315 feet squared. So that is your area for today, for question number 4. All right, as we matriculate on, we're going to go on to number 4. So if you have any to number 5. So if you have any question about number 4, go ahead and shoot me a text, shoot me a email, or you can just message me straight through Teams. All right, so for number 5, it says Brian raked all the leaves in his yard. The area he raked is shaded below. All right, so the shaded part is everything except the house and the garage. So we're gonna have to find the total area, right? So I'm seeing the total area of a rectangle and subtracting the little pieces, which is the house and the garage. Okay, so now that I have my process that I need to follow, I'm gonna first determine the area formulas that I'm going to need. So for my total yard, it is a rectangle, so I have a base times height. The house is essentially a rectangle as well, so that's another base times height. And our garage is also a rectangle, so once again, yes, it is base times height. So now I have to determine if I'm going to add or subtract them. Well, I think that first I need to find the area of the house and garage and then subtract that from my total. All right, so I'm going to essentially add the house and garage and then take that total and subtract it from the area of the total yard. All right, so let's go ahead and work them out. So the area of our yard is a base times height, which is 150 times 75, giving us 11,250. Now I need to find the area of my house, which is a 50 foot by 45 feet. That's going to give me 2,250. Now I need to find the area of my garage. Once again, a rectangle, so a 30 by 24, giving me a total of 720 feet squared. Now I have to add the garage and the house together first in order to get a total area of that. So it is 2,250 plus 720. That gives me a total of 2,970. And now I have to subtract that from the whole yard total, which is the 11,250. When I subtract them, I'm going to get an area of 8,280. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, today's work is going to be essentially to solve questions 1, 2, and 3. Show me all your work. Send me proof of work. If you have any questions, let me know. And after that, you're done for today. Alright guys, so I love each and every one of you. I miss you so much. And hope to see you guys soon. Alright guys, bye.